Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're spicing things up, making things a little bit more interesting on my channel. And quite frankly, I'm also running out of ideas of what to film. So I will be reviewing 3 of my favorite things around the house, and I will probably move the camera around because not everything is portable. The first thing I'll be reviewing is my LG styler. It's one of my favorite appliances around the house. I'm going to show you why I think it's so useful and if it's worth it. And the second thing I'm going to be reviewing is my dog. I mean, the big question is she worth it? The pros and cons of dog ownership. And I'm kidding, of course, but not, because I'm still going to be reviewing her. And the third thing I'm going to be doing is reviewing my favorite part of the house, and I'm going to save that for last. So let's get started. Okay, so welcome to my laundry room. I have shown you my laundry room tour before. This is my LG styler, and I've had this for about 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. One of the best things about an LG styler is that you don't really have to go to the dry cleaners to take your clothes to get them pressed, or you don't have to whip out your iron or anything like that to de-wrinkle your clothes. So that's a great tool for that. Okay, so the first really important and useful fact that you should know is that you don't need any plumbing attached to the LG styler. Let me just show you quickly. This is how it turns on. Everything is kind of hand touch. You just choose, do you want a refresh? Do you want to crease your pants? Is this heavy duty stuff like bedding or kids items? And normal is rain, snow, time dry. I have no idea what this is. Oh, I guess this is a gentle dry. I've never used that before, but it's basically like a refrigerator on the inside. Pardon the weird angle, but I want to get you a good shot of this. So I'm 5'2", and this comes up to here, and it just goes a little bit higher than me. So it's not especially tall of a unit. It comes with 2 hangers, but there's 5 spots. There's 5 notches for 5 different hangers that you can hang. There's also a little rack here if you wanted to put like a pillow or a toy or something like that. There's vents here. So down here is where the water tank is. And like I said, you don't need any kind of plumbing, but you basically fill the water in here, and there's a max line. Well, if you fill it to the max line, you can use it probably 2 or 3 times, depending on what kind of cycle you run. This is where the dirty water empties into. So after you use it, you would just open this up here and dump out the water and place it right back. Over here is, it comes with a pant hanger, and you would clip your pants in here, hang it on one of these notches. You press this, you line it up nicely in here so that you get that nice crease in your pants. You press it back in, you close it back up, and then you just hit suits or coats, pants or crease. I don't really use all the features. Like, I don't do the gentle dry. I have no reason for it, but I have used the sanitary and the refresh, and obviously the pant crease option, which is really useful. So not all of the LG stylers come with the pant crease option. You have to choose that specific model to have the pant crease option, which is a little bit more expensive. These things do go on sale too, by the way. I did buy mine on sale, so keep an eye out for that. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the pros and cons of this appliance, just so you can decide whether or not you think it's worth it. Sorry, I'm really distracted because my eye keeps twitching, and it feels like, the reason I got this was because I have a lot of knits and I have a lot of dresses. Those are not easy to just launder normally because they're either hand wash or dry clean only, or just very delicate. And they don't really get stained or need heavy duty cleaning or washing, but they always need a refresh. And this is a really delicate way of doing that. So by putting in your cashmere knits or wool knits, and especially my dresses, which I don't put into the washing machine all the time. That I find really, really useful. The other great thing is that it's so easy. There's no plumbing required. It's just a couple of buttons, fill the tank with water, and you're good to go, and it's done. And obviously, the other great thing is that you can crease your pants, you can launder your blazers, you can de-wrinkle your shirts. So it's a very gentle way of laundering your stuff. This is a really great investment in my opinion. Does everybody need it? Absolutely not. If you don't have delicates, then you don't need it probably, right? If you don't have a lot of clothes that need de-wrinkling or steaming, then you probably don't need this. So that's a good segue into some of the cons of this unit. So one of the things is that it doesn't hold a ton of stuff. So if you're trying to steam like 20 things at once, you're not gonna have the space to do it. The max to hang is 5. You could also put in a pair of pants, just one at a time. So you're not gonna be doing mass amounts of things at once. You're gonna have to go through some of the cycles. And a typical cycle for me is probably like 40 minutes. The other thing is that it does not remove stains, of course. So if you have something that's stained, it needs to go in the wash. That's the only way you're gonna get a stain out. And the other thing that I want to kind of clarify is that yes, it will de-wrinkle a lot of your shirts, for instance, but it doesn't do a perfect job. So a hot iron that you're actually physically going over will probably de-wrinkle better than this machine. So does it get a lot of the wrinkles out? Yes. Is it perfect? No. So that's just something that I want to be very honest about. So that's the LG Styler in a nutshell, and maybe that gives you a little bit more insight as to whether or not you think it's worth it for you, if it's something that you've been thinking about. And let's move on to my next favorite household item. Okay, so next thing I'm going to be reviewing is my dog. So this is my dog here. Her name is Yoshi. She is 6 years old and she is a mini golden doodle. She looks more poodle than golden, but it's really funny because I've had 2 dogs prior and they were both together at the same time. And when they both passed away, I said to myself, never getting another dog again. We're going to be a pet-free house. I don't know really why I felt that way. I think part of it was because having 2 dogs at the same time is kind of high maintenance, and also it just became very expensive between vet bills and especially boarding. When you're boarding 2 dogs at the same time and you're going away, you know, just all those things of pet ownership is a big responsibility, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I thought, never again. Then there was a time where we were going through a lot as a family, and not to get too personal or to get too into it, but there was time where my kids, where there was massive sibling rivalry, and it got really, really bad to a point where I just felt like we needed therapy, we needed help. This was like obviously 6 years ago, and we did get therapy. And it was fantastic because we had the best therapist ever. So we got through that period for sure. But during that time, I also felt like maybe we need a therapy dog. So I became much more open to the idea. So this is where Yoshi came in, and she has actually done wonders for our family. I mean, I call her our therapy dog because she is truly the most loving and cuddly dog that I've ever met. So anyway, she really resembles fried chicken. So you don't even have to look that closely. You will see fried chicken all over her body. And I'm not gonna lie, fried chicken is one of my favorite foods. So she's just right up my alley. She loves to chase squirrels outside, and she's always on squirrel patrol because they're always digging in our yard. So she does a great job with scaring off the squirrels and chasing them. She's very much still a puppy at heart. Not always the best with obeying all the commands, but she's pretty good. And she is just a very loving and important part of our family. Now, here are the cons of Yoshi specifically. Now, obviously she's not a German Shepherd, but she is a terrible, terrible guard dog. She will not even let you know that someone's at the door. Most dogs will bark if someone comes to the door, and she will not. So bite, she will not. Bark, she will not. Cuddle, yes, she will. So was she worth it? I think we all know the answer is yes to that. Anyway, she is so fantastic, and we love Yoshi. Okay, so we're currently in one of my favorite rooms in the house. It's kind of connected, but what I'm trying to show you is my powder room. We're currently in my foyer though, because my foyer is kind of like separated from the rest of the house with a big pocket door. So I'm gonna show you the details of that too, because that's also a really beautiful detail. The front door is right here, and one of the things that was really important for me in the whole design process was I really wanted black and white checkered floors that were really timeless and beautiful. It is so classic and timeless and just so beautiful. Like, I really cannot tell you how happy this floor makes me because it's so classic. And we just put like a solid black rug by the front door so that it can catch any mud. This is also kind of like where we drop things. I've had these acrylic wall hangings for many years. Our first house that we had in the States, we had 4 of these. So we put 2 of them here. And as you know, I love florals, and you'll see that a lot of this kind of marries together in terms of theme. You don't need a whole lot of tchotchkes and things like that. I don't like tchotchkes because it detracts from the actual centerpiece. So the way our foyer is kind of arranged is that because like when I open the front door, I don't want people to see the inside of our house. I wanted to make sure that there was privacy, that we can open and close this. So this is like a massive pocket door. And I love the details of this because check this out, like the fleur-de-lis. Can you see the fleur-de-lis on here? It is so beautiful. And it's just such a gorgeous detail. We also added this beautiful gold trim around the inside of the door, and it also matches this beautiful handle for the pocket door. And it's just one of those things that I really love in this house. But that's not why we're here. We're here to show you the bathroom. That's the main event. Having the powder room in the foyer is actually super useful because if someone wants to like just sneak in, use the bathroom before they go out, you don't have to trot all the way into the house to use the bathroom. So I really love the fact that it's in the foyer area. It just flows really well, and I feel like it's just a really convenient layout. This is one of my absolute favorite rooms in the house because this is exactly how I envisioned the powder room to be. The powder room, I feel like you can have a lot more fun in when you're designing it. I have this beautiful, beautiful wallpaper. Oh my gosh, look at that wallpaper. So the floors from the foyer carries on into the bathroom, which is gorgeous. This vanity was customized to fit the space with the gold knobs and the little gold details on the feet of the vanity. These handles are the regular gold brass, but it's topped off with mother of pearl, and it is so beautiful and just such a quiet but unique detail on this faucet. You can see the gold flecks here that I was talking about that really ties in nicely with the hardware. And let's be honest, like this whole area is such a showstopper. I mean, when I was envisioning wallpaper for this room, I wanted huge, ginormous flowers that were moody, but not too dark. Like if it's too dark, it's not comfortable. Like I wanted it light enough and soft enough that it was still very feminine, but very, very bold still. And this is so gorgeous. Like this does everything. So we have this really big mirror, and then it's flanked by these 2 sconce lamps, which is so beautiful too. And this is the hardware we have for the hand towel. And then this is the matching toilet holder. And then of course you have to have a beautiful reed diffuser that has this gorgeous scent to add to the entire space. And tied in with the floors, it's so beautiful. I mean, if I could sit here all day, I would. But that would be weird, wouldn't it? Oh, this wallpaper. I can't get over it. Cannot get over this wallpaper. The scale is it's everything. The scale is everything. Anyway, out of these 3 favorites that I showed you, tell me what your favorite one was and share them with me in the comments below because I'd love to hear them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was meant to be fun and somewhat informative, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, that I would really appreciate if you would hit the like button. That would really help my small channel out. And if you want to binge watch any of my other videos, you can do that here. And I will see you next time.